Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Irin Yusysar from 8th class 2018 English Education Study Program of IKIP Siliwangi, and my student number is 18, 20, and 207. And in this occasion, I will explain about my research journal that take place at FKIP Unri. And my research journal is explained about how communicative activity can improve student speaking skill, especially in FKIP Unri, because students at FKIP Unri still have any difficulties to speak in English. For example, they still avoid speaking English. They still use a wrong grammar pattern and wrong word to express what they feel. And even in the first semester, they have an intensive class. So what is intensive class? Intensive class is a student at the FKIP Unri will learn about 4 skills in English, like listening, speaking, reading, writing, and vocabulary, grammar, pronunciation, and so on. With aim, the students will not face any difficulty when they take the next speaking level in the next semester, because at FKIP Unri have a 3 speaking levels: speaking 1, speaking 2, and speaking 3. And speaking 1 is taken at the second semester. But still, when they take a speaking 1 in the next semester, they still have any difficulties. And I get occasion to teach them in the last semester at the second semester. And when I come to the class, as my first meeting, I do a pretest to them. I point 3 of students over there, because a student over there is a 27 student. I choose 3 students to come to the class and do oral presentation. I give them time 3 minutes to explain what they have learned before I come to the class. And I found that they still have any difficulties to speak in English, and they avoid to speak in English so much. They mix it with their mother tongue, is Indonesia. They speak English in Indonesia to explain what they have learned before I come. So I decide to divide them in a 5 group in the next meeting, and then in the next meeting, when I come to the class, I divide them in a 5 group, and then I show them a picture. The picture is contained about an eagle, a tree, a savanna, a giraffe, a stone, a sky, and so on. And after that, I ask them what they see from the picture, and then their answer is, Miss, I see an eagle. Miss, there's a cloud. Miss, I see a tree, and so on. And after that, because the material that I have to teach is about how to expressing the opinion in English, so I teach them how to express their opinion in English using a word like in my opinion, like I think, and so on. And after that, I give them time in 5 minutes to practice with that word. And then after that, I give them a text and ask them to read it silently. And after that, I give them a questions related with the text that I have given before, and then at the end of the meeting, I point 2 or 5 students from every group to come in front of the class and explain what they have read before and give an opinion based on the work that I have teach before. And before I leave the class, I do a correction because they use a wrong word. And I do this method in around 4 meetings because I just have time for meetings. It means 4 weeks. And then I found that even I apply this method just for 4 meetings, their speaking skills are improving very excellent. Start from they avoid to speak in English. They afraid if they will make a mistake when they speak in English, and they feel it's a big mistake when they speak in English. After I applied this method, they feel confident to speak in English even they still doing a mistake, but they still feel confident to speak in English. And then the atmosphere of the class before I use this method is very not comfortable because they just listen, they just repeat what the teacher or lecturer said and not practicing it. But because I use this method, they have a time to practice what they have learned before, or when they get a new word, they can practice it, so it can improve their vocabulary and their speaking skill. So, as the result, I found that this method, communicative activity in a small group, can improve student speaking skill, especially in FKIP Unri, and I suggest to you if you want to teach speaking skill, using this method is an appropriate way because your students will found the new vocabulary from dictionary and apply it when they want to speak up. So maybe that's all for me. Thank you very much for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.